So I want to take you on a tour of my brand new ship. I'm pretty happy with it. It's the ship I'm using in my latest playthrough of Starfield, which is New Game Plus number 15, 16. I don't know how many times I've reset the universe on this game, but this is the latest playthrough I've done after all the new content came out several weeks ago. And I've been riding around in a custom ship. I'm going to show it to you. I want to take you on a full tour, show you what she can do. However, first I want to show you my mod list and explain the role mods play in my gaming experience. So I'm going to show you my mod list here. Okay, so I've got, a couple of shipbuilding specific mods, a couple of mods to fix some character issues. Okay, I've got several mods, quite a few mods, right? Now that's it. That's all that's loaded. Now, that looks like a lot probably to some people. But I'm going to keep scrolling to show you what my mod list was before I reset in the Unity for this playthrough. As you can see, it goes a little further. It goes a bit further down. Yeah, we can just go ahead and accelerate that. Okay, so there were a lot. Okay, there were a lot of mods involved before I reset in the Unity, and all these mods made the game super unstable. In fact, I had to install another mod just to get to the Unity reset because the game became utterly unplayable. So one of my goals for this playthrough was to limit the number of mods that I had at work in the game because that was creating stability issues. Now, I'm still not super stable. I am manually saving before every fast travel because the game is not stable. I think it's just inherently unstable. There are people who swear up and down on Reddit, no, I never crash. I really believe those people are deluding themselves and just forgetting things because this game is unstable. And I think it comes from the fact that Bethesda insists on rendering every object as a permanent asset, including like empty toilet paper rolls. Why, Bethesda, would you waste processing power on empty paper rolls? I don't get it. I don't get why they do that. But anyway, so like I said, I've been playing around on this ship, and I'm gonna give you some context here. I'm just talking over the loading screen. Yes, I could edit out the loading screen, but that would take work. So I'm gonna give you some context for the setup I had. Now the setup I built this outpost and stuff as a base because in that big long mod list I used to run like real fuel and crew eats food and all these other immersive things. So what I did with my outpost was important. It really is just for show now because I didn't turn those mods on because I'm afraid of making the game any more unstable. So no more mods. So we are on Schrodinger 3, which is a really nice planet. As you can see, I found a nice little coastal spot. And these are brand new habs in the new update to Starfield, and I love them. They're like those capsule homes you can order from China and they deliver them on a truck. And these are the only vanilla habs that you can put at your outposts that have bathrooms. It's so annoying that none of the habs have their own bathrooms. I used to run Argos Mining expansion mod for this, because they have bathrooms in their habs and lots of cool habs, but no. So what is the purpose of this little outpost? Now see that taken off there? That's important. So that shuttle is carrying water to my fuel base on that moon, right there. But this is a retreat for my moon base crew to come down to, so that they don't have to live in an airless hellscape all the time. So they can just ride that shuttle right back down, and take a weekend or something in their own private bungalows. So let's go visit them on the fuel base. Oh wait, I am hungry. Did you see that? I'm hungry. I need to eat something, so I'm going to eat pumpkin pie and Dr. Pepper. Okay. Because this is a fantasy, right? This is wish fulfillment. If I could eat that every day, every meal in real life, that's what I would eat. So we're going to go up to the fuel base and take a look at my ship. So we go out to the moon. Okay. Nice little helium-3 base here, which again, if I was running real fuel, would be super useful. I am not running real fuel because I'm afraid of crashing the game. But I put this down figuring, I can explore the outer fringes. We have settled down here, dear. Why are you saying that? So anyway, see, here comes the shuttle. I hear it. Oh no, it's freaking Starborn coming. No! I don't want you to come, Starborn. We're going to ignore them. So anyway, I came here to show you my big ship there. So it's Min, Heller, and Tane who run this outpost. Okay, and I came here to show you my Supercruiser. This is the latest in a long series of ships that kind of follow the same design philosophy and design language. And this is it. Look at that. I love the view when it lands because it just looks so imposing and monolithic at landing. But let's take a look at her in the ship builder. Now, speaking of stability issues, I cannot edit this ship. If I try to put anything on, I couldn't put the comm spike or the conduction grid on this ship for the Crimson Fleet mission, because if I try to edit this ship, the game crashes. The whole game crashes. But this is her. So as you can see, I like this front end. This is different than my past versions, but I know a lot of people just think it's like, oh, it's such a blunt edge, you know, it's just kind of base. But to me, it gives me muscle car vibes. It's just like a very aggressive, flat front. It's like we don't need no stinking aerodynamics. So this is it. This is the ship. And it is not over the limit. I did not use the big ship or any of the mods that let you build over the part limit or the size limit, again, out of stability concerns, and that is rare. I almost always use that to get over the part limit, at least, if not the size limit. But I really like it. Again, it gives me muscle car vibes. The only thing aesthetically I don't like too much is the back end. If I could go over the limit, I would probably put some tapering pieces in back, you know, maybe like these Stroud panels in back, so it has kind of a neat end to it, but can't do that. So it does have this kind of flat butt on her, but oh well. Other than that, I really like this design. So let's go in for an interior tour, shall we? So like I said, this is very similar to ships I've built in the past in terms of its design language and design philosophy. There are a few differences. Starting right here, we go through the entry here. I always have a common boarding area. And see, here's how the docker is underneath. So no matter how you come into the ship, you come in this way. The big difference in this version is that this first floor is just pretty much boarding. You can see we've got our lift here, goes all the way up. And we've got our stairwell. Now those are both Stroud Premium parts. This ship is overwhelmingly Stroud and Stroud Premium. I put this little workshop here. This is an SP, Stroud Premium. I've added some storage for stuff that we might need for a trip. If I was willing to install more mods, I would do what I usually do on the first floor, which is have like a decontamination shower, but I didn't turn on Miss O's walls, and that's where you get the cool bathroom parts. So we'll just have to decontaminate upstairs. So up one level we get to stowage. So first one is boarding, 2 is stowage, and we've got extensive cargo to the aft here. This is an SB cargo that has a lot of space, and this is the main Stroud cargo bay here, and here's that decontamination shower I was talking about. Oh, Delta and Andresia are having a conversation. I've never heard them have a conversation before.
Sneezing, standard bodily function. Confused by blessing. Confused. Analyzing previous statements for double entendres.
No, I just was wondering the same thing myself is all. If I find out, I will let you know.
Acknowledge.
This is super cute conversation, because yeah, she asked about the sneezing thing, and now Delta did too. I was just thinking, wait a second, this sounds familiar. Okay, so as I was saying, cargo to the aft, right, of the central area, right? So we have this lift, can bring cargo up to here, can take cargo down to here, or can take it anywhere in the ship. And then forward of the lift is the garage, which has our Damog, whatever, rover. And I figured this is like central water processing and thruster controls and stuff in here. This is the laundry. This is just the ship's laundry. Again, there are mods that let you put laundry elsewhere, but I don't want to overload the mods. And then also forward of here is the brig complex. These are Stroud Premium brigs. These are 2x1 halves, and I have 3 of them strapped together for brig ABC here. And I am running useful brigs, so we can see how many prisoners I've got right now is 0, but I can hold up to 42. Yeah, 42. Each of these suckers takes 14 prisoners. So these are the best 2x1 brigs around, because you can stuff a lot of bodies in there. So I do use useful brigs. At first I was running this playthrough intending not to kill anybody if I could help it. That got tedious, but if they surrender when I use my diplomacy skill with the scanner, then I will throw them in the brig, and it's actually really good for money because you get all their stuff instantly sent to your cargo container on your ship, and you can sell them back to the authorities for money. So this is deck 2, stowage. Up to deck 3 is the crew deck. Okay, we come out of here again. There's the lift there. So crew deck aft is the what do you call this? The galley. Okay, here's where we eat. And I actually have a small enough crew on this ship that this is a reasonable chair configuration. We've got a little TV room here, and then the main kitchen here. I'm sorry, this is the mess. This is the galley. We also have a special hydroponics bay in here. This is, by the way, an SPE hab from the mod. So that's the main kitchen. And you can see I added the playset, and this is, of course, for Cora and Sona. It's for the kids. Anyway, so that's aft of the crew deck. Now, going forward in the crew deck, we have crew quarters, both aft and, port and starboard. This is our guest quarters here. Okay, so they get their own little kind of self-contained. And then other than that, we have, and these are all SPE 1x1 hab. Sorry, my brain just stopped for a second. And so they're each customized to individual characters. I am a little confused. There's supposed to be a bed there. I don't know what happened to the bed there. That is weird. Somebody must be moving their bed. I don't know. I think that's Sam's room. Yeah, that's Sam's room because I put it right next to Cora. Oh wait, all the beds are glitching. What is happening with the beds? Okay. That's new. Great. For a tour, we get a weird glitch. I don't know why that's happening. And again, I can't fix the halves, because if I try to mod this ship, it's going to crash. So anyway, coming forward, this is the captain's suite, okay? So this is like my ready room. I want a Voyager TNG style ready room. And what I started doing is putting named weapons on the wall. Any named weapons went on the wall here. And I accumulated so many more named weapons than I anticipated, so I kept having to add more of these to the walls. I have one spot left. I could put the Revenant there, but I don't think I will. So that's the ready room where, you know, we can have little conferences. And then this is the captain's armory over here. This is all exotic stuff, or well, legendary, sorry, all yellows. I used to call the legendaries exotic because they were the top tier, and I was used to calling them that from Destiny, but now exotic is not yellow, it's the tier above, and it's, I don't know, shimmery. I've upgraded all of my best weapons. I should upgrade that one too, and all of my spacesuits to exotic status. That cost a lot of money, like 2.5 million. But anyway, so this is the, you know, I've got my Mantis armors here. I've got my Vanguard and my Freestar, you know. And then over here, the cool Apollo suit I found, and then my Starborn armor. So anyway, this is the captain's quarters. Okay, and now I figured, okay, does this sound like the captain taking too much liberty here? Like everybody else is in a 1x1, and you have this whole suite with a 2x1 bedroom. Yes, but remember, I'm the only one with a partner in, you know, in space with me, so it's really for 2 people, so it makes sense. And we do have the best bathroom with the best shower on the ship. Okay, so that's the captain's suite, and then again on the other side here are just more crew quarters. They need the same pattern. And then there's this bathroom here, because there's no bathroom in the mess and galley, so if you need to go use a facility, that's the closest one. Or you can go to your own room, most of these people, but you know. Anyway, so that is crew deck. Up here we have the ops deck, which is connected to the bridge, which we'll see in a second. So aft of ops is the engine room. Engineering is a Owltech Obsession Hab / this is the actual reactor, so it is both the hab and the reactor. Even has some additional fuel storage, so we have a lot of fuel on this ship. I love this hab. I usually like putting another door right here and building another reactor itself off the back, like especially the Falkland reactor is so cool looking. I thought about loading Falkland, even though I was trying to minimize halves. I even tested it out a little bit. But the problem with Falkland is it's too pretty. They're just, all the halves are so gorgeous that they don't mesh with the other NASA punk stylings. Like here, it's like, okay, I got a dark floor. Okay, yeah, I crossed to a light floor, but they pretty much look like they can be part of the same ship. But you put a Falkland in with something else, and it just, the difference is jarring. Anyway, we have through these doors our real grav drive and our real, what's the other thing? Shield generator. Those are habs from Stroud Premium off of those doors, and those can be sealed behind emergency doors and stuff. So this is the only Owltech hab I loaded. I'll talk about that more in a second, because off to the right here, connected via the lift passage, is the science habs over here. So if we had a patient that was injured in the field, we could just gurney them up on the elevator and bring them right this way. And then this is the main science lab. Now, like I was saying a second ago, there are mod packs with good science labs. Like Owltech has a lot of science labs. And for a game where like the whole premise is your 4 main characters are all scientists and explorers, this is what comes with the game for science. And really Owltech is the only one that I know of that's given us a lot of good science habs. I think there's a Varun themed one that gives you several, but that's not really my style. And in fact, the Owltech habs are all more Hope Tech looking, very kind of grungy and lived in, and just doesn't fit my nice clean aesthetic with the Stroud. In my previous build, with all those mods I showed you, I had a lot of science labs that I custom built with part collections that were just tons of mods. So, but for this is what we got. So this connects to our hydroponics lab. This is a SPE hab here. And then, like I said, to the med lab infirmary right here. Hi Sarah, hi Rosie. I am running useful infirmary, so Rosie is not just window dressing. If I get sick, I sit here and she fixes me up. So that's one mod that I did budget for. So anyway, so that is the science complex off to the right, or starboard of the ops deck. Forward in ops we have CNC. There's a bathroom for this deck, right? We gotta have a bathroom. But we got, our kind of command center here. Now, of course, this is separate from the bridge. I figure this can function as auxiliary control if the bridge is compromised, because it is a big glass bubble on top, so it would be vulnerable. But also, we have a lot of electronic warfare stuff built into this ship in those front modules that look purely cosmetic here. They are actually loaded with gear. There are recessed weapon hardpoints in there, and several of the equipment pieces that give you like shield reflection and stuff like that are tucked in there. So I figure all of that is coordinated through this hab here. We've got additional command and control stuff off to the side, little extra storage and stuff. Okay, so anyway, so that's front of ops. Now to the other side of ops, we have the fabrication center, all of our workshop stuff. And then we also have, behind this "Don't Go Here" sign for guests, the main crew armory, which is also loaded with pretty good gear. No, I'm good, thanks, Amari. We do go back to Aquila quite frequently because Amari's family is there, so we like to make visits for him. So anyway, that is the ops deck. I'll go this way, but one design flaw is right here. I can't get through, so you have to close that door to get through. Okay, so that's ops. Now, one thing that bothered me about this new bridge is that you can't get rid of these lame Nova doors. Now, did you hear that Nova door? Now listen to the Stroud door. How much cooler does a Stroud door sound? But yeah, you can't get rid of these. These are hard baked into this hab. But why are there double doors? My headcanon is that this whole section, the bridge and engineering, including 2 of the engines, the extra fuel storage, the grav drive, and the shields, is detachable. So you can seal this off from the rest of the ship and eject it, basically. And in fact, if you look at the ship, there's like gaps in the armor plating right here, right, where you can see down into the superstructure, and that's because, again, this whole section can come up and off, kind of like the detachable saucer from the Enterprise. Okay, so why did I build this new version of the ship? I built a version of this ship with the Cabot bridge at the front for like every universe I've ever been in since the beginning. Very similar, like I said, layout, but with a Cabot up front. But now they gave us this bridge, and so I had to build with it, and I do sort of love this bridge. So this is the new, what do they call it? I think it's called a Drake bridge. It's so spacious. For a big ship like this, this is such a cool bridge. You've got everything up here. It feels open. It feels like a bridge. The Cabot, I liked that it was two-story, but it was very tight confines on that little bridge. Here, nah, we got so much room. Got our little nav table, and okay, so like the Ares bridge has a nav table in the center and is also fairly big, and it's got these obnoxious columns all around the nav table, so it just feels closed off, tightens the whole feel of the space. I love this bridge so much. The only thing I don't like about this bridge is back here. There's just so many little lit up control panels. So what you can see I've done is I put the other figure displays back here to kind of hide it. Again, if I had Miss O's walls, I could totally revamp this, but I don't want to install that mod and add that many parts to the game. One mod I would like somebody to make, though, is a version of this bridge with a door right here, so that you can have like habs behind it, like you could have a tunnel to engineering or something back there. And I think you could even leave these windows if, you know, if I just had a one-by-one like passageway going back here to something else, that would be fine with those windows. But I want a door right here instead of all these switches, which is just switch overkill. This is absurd how many buttons, and it's like the same panel repeated, so it's, you know, like, it's not super cool. But I turned it into a little briefing area back here, and like I said, I put the displays. I have not collected that many figures yet. I feel like that is incentive to keep playing the game, even though I've done all the quests now. But minor complaint with the bridge is that rear area. I like that there is a rear area, but I wish there was a door right there. Somebody mod that for me, and I will be in your debt forever. So that's it. That's the ship. Let's get her into action. See her in flight. I'm sure Lynn and Heller and Tane can take care of those starborn that just landed.
Alright, let's see what's happening.
You're taking off here. Now she looks like, you know, the nose is too heavy for. I figure all the heavy stuff's in back, so that would counterweight, and that landing gear would be sufficient. I mean, the reactor and the engines are all in back, so that would.
Orbit stabilized.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sarah. One other complaint, nobody comes to the dang bridge. I don't know what the pathing is on this new bridge, but like look, right now, we're in flight. It's just me and Andreja up here. Shouldn't the crew be up here? Guys? I don't know, so that's kind of annoying. I feel like they were better about coming into the other bridges. I feel like something needs to be done about that. And again, there's a mod that would let me control all that and assign them seats, but I don't want to do it. So yeah, so that's the ship. Let's get a good look at her in space here. Like I said, not super annoyed by, but like I wish I could do something about that back end, but it is what it is. But other than that, I really do like the look of it overall. More than the sort of Loby catamaran look that I usually have on my cruisers. I dig this ship. Yeah, she's cool looking. Ooh, that's gonna be a good picture right there. What do you think? Like that? Like that? Yeah, like that. Cool. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and go into retirement, because, you know, I've played so much. Where's my house? I have a house out here somewhere. Shoot, where is my house? Did it not mark my house? I bought that 5 million credit apartment. But now I don't know where it is. What system was it in? Oh my gosh, that's funny. I lost my $5 million space mansion. I don't know where it is. What the heck? Did I not buy it? Wait, is this the wrong save? Oh, hello. No, I bought it. Where the hell is it? I don't know. Well, I was gonna go show you the space mansion, but I don't know how to get there. What? Oh my gosh. It doesn't show it under... Oh, maybe it's under activities? Like completed activities? Do they show up? No. I don't know where my space mansion is. Okay, well, I was going to show you the space mansion, but I can't. I spent $5 million on it and forgot where it was. I don't see an icon for it out here. Wait. Oh no, that's Dazra. That's Dazra. Yeah, no, that's no good. I was like way out here somewhere. Because I know that's Anchor Point. It was like... oh well. Anyway, you saw the ship. That's the ship. See you in the Starfields.